If I gave you $500,000 and told you to buy a home in Houston, would you choose the heart of the city inside the loop or a bigger home out in the suburbs like Katy, Cypress, or Missouri City? Because here's the truth. That same $500,000 gets you two completely different lifestyles. And most people moving to Houston don't realize that until it's too late. So in this video, I'm breaking down exactly what $500,000 gets you inside the loop versus the suburbs. And by the end, you'll know exactly which one fits you best. All right, let's set the stage for a moment, because this right here is where most people moving to Houston get it completely wrong. They're coming in thinking, $500,000, I'm about to get me a really nice house. And technically, they're not wrong. But here's what they don't realize. That same $500,000 can put you in two completely different situations. You could be sitting in a modern townhome, minutes from downtown, walking to coffee, restaurants, or nightlife, or you could be in a 4-bedroom house with a big backyard in a suburban neighborhood. Same budget, two completely different lives. And this is where people mess up. They focus on the house instead of thinking about their daily routine. Because where you live in Houston doesn't just change your home, it changes how long you're going to be sitting in traffic, where you spend your weekends, and how often you actually leave your house. So before we even look at homes, you've got to answer one question. What kind of lifestyle do I actually want? Because inside the loop, you're buying access. In the suburbs, you're buying space. And once you understand that, everything else starts to make a whole lot more sense. So let's break down both. By the way, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn everything that there is to know about living in Houston, Texas, then subscribe below and tap that bell for notifications so that you'll be the first one to learn about living in Houston. My name is Travis, and my team and I get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you who are looking to make their move to Houston, and we just absolutely love it. So look, whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, send us a text, or shoot us an email, and we'll be happy to help you make that smooth move to Houston. All right, let's talk inside the loop, because this is where things get really interesting. And honestly, this is where most people relocating to Houston completely misjudge the market. First off, let's talk real numbers, not what you see online at first glance. What can you actually expect around the $500,000 price point? Roughly 1,200 to about 2,600 square feet. Price per square foot typically between $190 to $400 depending on the area and the product. Year built can range from 1920 historic homes all the way up to brand new construction. You're going to see 1-story homes, 2-story traditionals, 3-story townhomes, which is very common, even some modern 4-story builds, and typically 2 to 4 bedrooms and 1 to 4 bathrooms. Now here's where what most people don't realize. Inside the loop is not one market. It's a multiple micro markets. If you're trying to stay closer to that $400,000 to $500,000 range, you're typically looking at areas like 3rd Ward, University area, Midtown, parts of East Downtown, some transitioning areas near East End. Now, what you're really buying here is proximity to downtown, walkability, lifestyle. In areas like 3rd Ward, you're starting to see a lot of new construction townhomes mixed with older homes, rapid development, long-term upside potential. And instead of just talking about it, let me show you a real example so you can actually see what this looks like. Now here's a perfect example of what around $500,000 inside the loop can actually get you. This one right here is located near 3rd Ward, University Midtown area. It's priced around $535,000, about 2,100 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and this is actually brand new construction. Now here's what I want you to notice, because this is exactly what we were talking about earlier. You've got a modern layout, clean finishes, open living space, but also a small private backyard, and in this case, even a gated community setup. And this right here is the sweet spot for a lot of buyers because you're getting new construction, a little bit of outdoor space, and you're still minutes from downtown, midtown, and the medical center. So this is a great example of I want to be in the city, but I don't want to completely give up functionality. And what you're looking at right here, that's a perfect example of what I'd call that entry to mid price point inside the loop. But here's the important part that most buyers don't realize. The key is knowing these things before you buy, not after. And that's exactly why I make these videos. So if you're thinking about buying, selling, or moving anywhere in the Houston area, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because honestly, that's one of the smartest first steps that you can take. My subscribers here get in-depth neighborhood breakdowns, honest market insights most agents don't talk about, and exclusive home tours all across Houston. So whether you're planning to move in 30 days from now or a year from now, or you're just trying to stay informed, this channel is built to help you make a much smarter decision. All right, so now let's shift gears a little bit. Now, once you start pushing into that $450,000 to $550,000 range, you unlock areas like Upper Kirby, Midtown, the Heights, one of the most in-demand areas inside the Loop, parts of Bel Air inside the Loop pockets, Westview and Inner Spring Branch fringe. Now this is where things get competitive. And how to show you what that actually looks like, let me give you another real example. Now this one is in the Heights, which is one of the most desirable areas inside the Loop. Right around $500,000, just over 2,100 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and again, brand new construction. Now here's what separates this one from the last example, the location alone. You're in one of the most walkable areas in Houston, close to restaurants, coffee shops, and trails, and surrounded by some of the strongest appreciation in the city. And inside the home, an open floor plan, quartz countertops, engineered wood floors, modern finishes throughout. But here's the trade-off compared to the first one. You have a smaller lot, less outdoor space, more density. But in exchange, you're getting a more premium location, more walkability, more access to everything around you, and a stronger long-term lifestyle play. Now, if you start pushing the top of that range, you'll get into areas like the Heights, Rice Military, Washington Corridor. But here's what you need to understand about this level inside the Loop. This is where lifestyle and location really start to take priority. Now let me give you a real world example because this is where I spend most of my time with clients. Let's say you're relocating, maybe you've got one child and you're thinking to yourself, hey, I want to be inside the Loop, but I still need a little bit of space. Here's the good news. You can find homes in this price range that offer you a small fenced backyard, maybe a gated community or controlled access, and still keep you close to everything. But here's the key. You have to be very intentional about where you're targeting, because in areas like Upper Kirby, Midtown, 3rd Ward, University area, you're going to find townhomes with small private yards, gated entrances for added security, more lock and leave lifestyle living. But here's what you need to understand about this lifestyle of living. This is urban connected and lifestyle driven. Now what that means is you're in a denser, more walkable environment. You're minutes from coffee shops, restaurants, parks, and nightlife. You're close to downtown, the medical center, and major job hubs. So instead of having a big backyard, you've got the city as your backyard where you can grab some coffee down the street, walk or bike to nearby spots, or be in the middle of everything Houston has to offer. And for a lot of buyers, that's exactly what they're looking for. So when I'm working with buyers in this situation, I always tell them, if you want to be inside the Loop, we can absolutely find you something with a little yard and some security. But you're going to be prioritizing location over space. And for a lot of people, that trade-off is definitely worth it because they'd rather have a shorter commute, access to everything, and still have just enough outdoor space. Now here's the part most people don't fully understand until they're actually here. At around $500,000 inside the loop, you can absolutely find brand new construction, modern finishes, open floor plans, clean, updated, move-in ready homes. So let's be clear, you're not sacrificing quality. What you are doing is shifting what your money goes toward. Because inside the loop, you're still primarily paying for location, proximity, lifestyle. So instead of getting a large lot, a big backyard, or a 3,500 square foot home, you're getting a newer, modern home in a much more connected part of the city. So when I'm talking to clients about this, I always explain it like this. You're not losing value, you're just reallocating where that value shows up. And honestly, for a lot of people relocating to Houston, that trade-off feels like a huge win. Because you know what? They'd rather have a clean, modern home, close to everything, with less time spent commuting, instead of having, more house and being further out. Now, this is where things really start to come together inside the loop. Let me show you one more example. This one is located in Rice Military Cottage Grove area. It's priced around $575,000, about 2,500 square feet. It has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and again, brand new construction. Now, this is where you really start to see that balance. You're getting more square footage, a more functional layout, and still a fenced backyard. But you're not giving up location. You're right near Memorial Park, close to the Washington corridor. You're minutes from downtown. And inside the home, you get an open concept layout, large kitchen with an island, game room flex space, modern finishes throughout. So this is what I like to call that best of both worlds option inside the loop, because now you're starting to get, space, functionality, and location. Now let's flip this completely for a second, because everything that we've just talked about, that's what $500,000 looks like inside the loop. But what happens if you take that same $500,000 and move it just 20, 30, or even 40 minutes outside the city? Because this is where things get really interesting. Now let's take that same $500,000 and let's move it out to the suburbs. Let's say Katy, Texas. And instead of just talking about it, let me show you what that actually looks like. Now this one is located in Katy, Texas, right around $500,000. Almost 2,800 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 4 full bathrooms, and this is brand new construction. Now, here's what makes Katy so popular for a lot of buyers relocating to Houston. You're typically looking at Katy ISD, and Katy ISD is one of the most recognized suburban school districts in the Houston area. A lot of relocating families already know the name, and for good reason. It tends to rank well on sites like niche.com, and it has a strong reputation for academics, athletic, and overall school quality. Now, what I want you to really pay attention to is the difference here. First off, the size. You're getting 2 extra bedrooms compared to the inner loop options. A full dedicated game room, dedicated living space, and then the lot. You get a bigger yard, more distance between homes, more privacy, and inside the home you have high ceilings, open layout, brand new finishes, space for your family to actually grow into. So this is what $500,000 looks like when you prioritize space over location. And this right here is the biggest difference you're going to see when we move outside the loop, because now you're not just buying a home, you're buying space, you're buying comfort, and for a lot of people, you're buying a completely different lifestyle. And the question becomes, what happens when you take that same budget and push it just a little bit further out or into a more established master plan community? Let me show you another example. Now, this one is located in Cypress, specifically the Bridgeland area, right around $550,000, about 2,600 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, and again, brand new construction. Now, this is where things start to change in a different way because yes, you're still getting a nice home. But here's where this one separates itself from the Katy example because yes, just like Katy, you're still in a suburban master plan community, but Bridgeland gives off a different feel. More of that nature-driven, community-centered environment, more emphasis on lakes, trails, green space, and that outdoor lifestyle. And for a lot of buyers, a stronger live and play and stay in the neighborhood feel. So this one isn't just different because it's master plan. It's different because of the type of master plan lifestyle that you're buying into. And what that means is, you have community pools, walking trails, lakes and green space, parks and playgrounds. And in areas like Cypress, another big factor for families is schools. This area is typically associated with Cypress ISD, which is one of the largest and most established school districts in the Houston area. A lot of buyers like it because of the size of the district, the amount of programs and campuses, and the overall reputation that it has in the market. And in a lot of these communities, you've got events, you've got amenities, you've got a real neighborhood feel. So now you're not just getting more space, you're getting a different kind of suburban lifestyle. And if we take it one step further, this is where the suburbs really start to open up. Let me show you one more example. Now this one is located in Missouri City, specifically in Siena, right around $550,000. Over 3,300 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and this is brand new construction. Now this is where you really start to see the full suburban experience. You've got significantly more square footage, a larger lot, and a home that's designed for both everyday living and entertaining. And inside the home, you get a dedicated office space, media or game room, open concept kitchen and living, high ceilings and tons of natural light. And outside, you have a covered patio, bigger backyard, more privacy overall. But just like the last example, you're also in a master plan community, which means, you're going to have amenities, walking trails, parks, strong community feel. And then, of course, schools come back into the conversation here too. Siena is typically tied to Fort Bend ISD, which is another district that relocating buyers ask me about all the time. It's well known across the Houston area, and on sites like niche.com, it tends to show up as one of the more recognized suburban districts that people look at when schools are high on the priority list. So this is what I'd call the full suburban lifestyle at this price point. And this is really the biggest difference when you compare the suburbs to the inside the loop, because now you're thinking about schools, you're thinking about long-term space, you're thinking about community, where inside the loop, it's more about, proximity and lifestyle. And out here, it's about space, structure, and long-term living. So at the end of the day, you know what? It really just comes down to this. Do you want to be closer to everything, or do you want more space to live in? Because in Houston, you can have either one, but it's very rare that you get both at this price point. So when I'm working with clients, I usually break it down like this. If you value walkability, shorter commute, being close to restaurants, nightlife, and work, inside the loop is probably going to make more sense. But if you value more space, a bigger home, a backyard, and being in a structured community, then the suburbs are going to be the better fit for you. And the truth is, there's no right or wrong answer. It really just comes down to, your lifestyle, your priorities, and what stage of life that you're in. Now, if this video has helped you, do me a favor. I want you to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. I'd really love to know, are you more of an inside the loop person, or are you leaning toward the suburbs? And if you're really trying to figure out all this out, which makes the most sense for you, reach out. All of our contact information is on the screen or in the description below. My team and I get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you who are looking to make their move here to Houston, and we just absolutely love it. So look, whether you're looking to move or make a move in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, send us a text, or shoot us an email, and we'll be happy to help you make that smooth move to Houston. And if you want to see the best neighborhoods inside the Loop, be sure to check out this video right here. And until next time, we hope to show you around town.